Hey, what's up, diggers? Prospector here with another video of Watcher of Realms. This is another episode of the Wednesday Dig series, which I plan on doing every Wednesday to cover any big updates, hero releases, or news updates that happen in between episodes. This week there is some serious drama, a shadow nerfed or fixed hero. The arena update seems to be negative for the player base, which I guess isn't surprising, even though each fight has extra bonuses. There's some good news coming though, like an exclusive guaranteed banner for Falcia, and along with some other treats in that event, and a rumor of a new hero. If any of that sounds interesting to you, stick around. Without further ado, let's dig in. I want to start out with the Dark Shadows season events preview. Basically, that's everything to do with the Falcia thing that's going on. There's a time-limited summon event. I believe this is a 250 guaranteed summon to get a Falcia. If you pull her before you get there, you can't pull her at 250 again. But I think there's usually a 15x or 10x usually going with it. So, but I don't know for sure. The 27th to the 29th, we have a 15x rate up on Ancient Summoning Crystals for Soul Cadence and Uridan. Both these heroes are very good, extremely overpowered, so it might be a good time to pull if you've been saving them for a while. And then the Crawling Dark event from the 26th to the 2nd. This is the one, I think this might be the same event that they ran last time that they had the Falcia banner out. But in the challenge mode, the boss is capable of dealing powerful AoE damage to enemies in battle and possesses high magic resistance and defense. During the event, Falcia and Voroth will receive a 20% boost in all attributes for event stages, making it easier to progress and overcome the challenges. Just like any of the other events that we've been doing, where you have like a little story and there's chapters, and then you get to the last piece and you just farm that till the event's over every day. Anyway, on the 26th to the 2nd, the 7-day sign-in. So all you have to do is sign in up to 7 times between that time period. We have a sign-in bonus here, which you get the little Falcia, I don't know what it is, avatar or emote. The rewards, Scarlet Hunt, going to be in the Redeem Shop. I don't know if that's a big deal. If you're an early game player, you could definitely pick that up. It can be like your first mythic artifact. That's definitely worth it. Amulet of Arteries, that's a very good artifact for Falcia. You might want to grab one of those too. We already have one. A lot of us have been playing since the beginning, but you can just upgrade it from this now. This is the emote 7-day sign-in, chat bubbles, ancient summoning crystal shards. I don't know why they don't just give us the crystals. Various summoning items from the 7-day sign-in shop and redeem shop. I think they're just talking about basically getting these 2 crystals. The exclusive avatar from the redeem shop. I believe this is the one that they only gave to the OG players, which I don't know. That's not really a big deal, I guess, but I feel like they shouldn't. If they have like exclusive ones like that, they shouldn't do them again. That's the whole idea. Like the original players should be the only ones that have them. And there's an avatar border. It says exclusive avatar, but that's another. It's a Falcia border. The Crawling Dark event intro. Crawling Dark event will be launched on 4/26/24 and running until 5/2/24. Get ready for a week of thrilling activities. Okay, details. Event stages will be available during the Crawling Dark. Commanders can earn Sigil of Yore by completing event stages and quests and redeeming them for rewards in the event shop. You can go through that. Event stages, there's a story mode you have to get completed first, and then you can go in the challenge mode, which is like, it's just a little amped up, and that's where you get the big rewards from. So event rewards, it looks like they're going to be giving Voroth as a reward as well. The mythic artifacts, Amulet of Arteries, Scarlet Hunt. Other rewards are diamond shards. Well, diamond shards from the ancient summoning crystal, 5-star psychic powers, mythic extract, epic skill crystals, rare summoning crystal, and more. 7-day sign-in, we saw that already. Dark Invocation is legendary hero Falcia is guaranteed within 250 summons between the 26th and the 30th. To unlock this event, your account must have been created for more than 4 days, and you must have cleared campaign N19. Details. The event exclusive legendary hero Falcia can only be summoned in this event. During the event, the base drop rates for heroes of the same rarity will remain the same. However, the drop rates for the following heroes in Dark Invocations will be 15 times the original rates. The 5-star legendary hero Falcia and the 4-star epic fighter or defender Livian. So it looks like, I think you can, until the event is over, you can just keep summoning away and hoping for more Falcia to try to get her to A5 or A3, whatever you can get. You are guaranteed to summon Falcia within 250 summons, regardless of other legendary heroes you acquire during these 250 summons. Note, the event exclusive hero Falcia can only be summoned in the Dark Invocations event. It cannot be obtained in other summoning events. Special ancient summoning. This is for the Soul Cadens and the Iridian. And the crazy summoning starts from the 26th to the 28th. It looks like it's going to be a really cool event. I'm excited for it. I don't know if I'm going to pull specifically for Falcia. I actually had her originally and I decided to break her down when the Boreas nerf came in. They gave us that option and she was fully skilled out and maxed out, and I wanted those skill crystals back for other heroes, basically guild boss heroes that I thought were better, and I wasn't really using Falcia as often as I would have liked. Alright, let's get right on to the Nisalt. I believe that is his name and how you pronounce it, Nisalt. We find him quick. It's gonna be in some random spot, just so I can explain to you what's happening. Where are you? There you are. Way up here. I'm pretty sure that we don't really know what the actual bug is or issue is with the kit. There's something in his kit, or the way it was written, that's making it so he's basically giving your heroes, your physical damage dealers on your guild boss team, a like 15 to like 25% boost in damage depending on how you have them built. So Fastidious had made a video, I'm not calling him out or anything, but he had made a video about how to use it, and he had joked about it being a feature. And I'm pretty sure he was joking when he said that, and a lot of players are taking it as he was serious, and that's coming like straight from the devs, and it's not coming from the devs. The thing is, like, he's a very large content creator, and when he made that video, basically he shined a lot of light on the issue, or the kit issue, and Moonton must have not really realized what was going on, but as soon as he did that, everybody started building their Nisalts and building their guild boss teams out like this. I also did it just for the fun. I already had Nisalt built for the Arbiter of Frost anyways, and that's kind of what I want to point out, that this is a hotfix that they did, and even if they did patch it for the guild boss, don't worry too much. He's still really good for the Arbiter of Frost, or he should be anyways. But anyways, he was keeping up with Hex, so you'd pull Hex off of your guild boss team and you'd throw Nisalt in there, and the amount of damage that he was boosting all your physical damage dealers in the guild boss team would make up for Hex, and he'd put out about 30 million. For example, my team went from 55 million to right around 66, 67. I believe my Silas went from 132 million damage to almost 200. I think it broke 201 on one of the runs. This is not intended. It's obviously not intended. That might be controversial or it may upset some of you guys, but unfortunately that's not the way that Nisalt was supposed to function, and the devs have realized that, and they just came out and did a hotfix with the April 22 update. That being said, I believe the devs could have done a better job of informing the community what they're doing. Maybe saying sorry, maybe giving a little award or reward for our patience or inconvenience or anything like that. Just something. They have Discord, they have Facebook. They could have posted that, you know, this is not the way the kit was intended to function. We're doing an update or a hotfix to fix this during the April 22 update. Alright, we apologize, here's some, 100, 200 diamonds or whatever. I think that about covers Nisalt. Alright, we're gonna move on to the arena issue. Some other drama that's going on. So apparently, what is happening is, if you go on the leaderboard here, we're gonna start having issues, according to some Forerunner players. Destin did a full video on it. You should go check it out. I can't remember the other guy's name though. on top of my head. Anyways, he did the whole full video on it with another content creator that does videos on the Forerunner servers. One of the big issues is that every time you lose, you're gonna lose 10 points, and then every time you win, it's gonna be like 12. I guess in the Forerunner server, they have our players not even able to get into the warlord rank or tier, and especially not the apex overlord tier, especially not the apex overlord. And they have, I think it was like maybe 7 players were in there or something, and on global we have over 600-700 players in our overlord tier. With all that being said, we're not really sure how that's going to function on the global servers. It could be a little different because there's so many players involved, or it could be worse. Apparently you get attacked a lot as you try to climb, and every time you get attacked and you lose that 10 points. You're going to start having to refresh a lot. You're going to have to start using your diamonds to get yourself some arena permits. And besides that, oh, they also added, which I covered last week in the video for Wednesday, they added rewards. So when you win a fight, you get an extra reward. I saw a bunch of, 2,000-3,000 experience, maybe 20,000 gold or something. I don't even think it was that much. But I did manage to get myself a rare summoning crystal for one of my wins, and that's not too bad. But if we can't get into the overlord tier, or see, yeah, overlord up here at 1950, that's going to be an issue. Only the top 200 can go into the apex overlord. So even if you get like 400 that are over 2100, only the top 200 will get that apex rank. Now on to the rumor of a new hero, or it's more like a leaked information that Fastidious and his team and a couple of his friends have figured out. The Queen of Roses. I'm gonna pop a picture up here on the screen so you can see what she looks like. She seems to be an AoE damage dealing mage. Her A1 can deal AoE damage up to 10 enemies. One of her passives is there are at least 2 copies of the Thorn next to an ally. The ally receives an attack buff. The fully upgraded increases 8%. And Demonic Surge is another passive. Each Netted Thorn increases crit damage by X%. When fully upgraded, increases by 12% for 10 seconds, stacks up to X times. And then her Death's Despair is an ultimate for 25-second duration. When activated, it increases the hero's damage by 20%. When fully upgraded, increases by 10% for 10 seconds. While the skill is active, the hero's main attack gives priority to igniting one existing spike of enemies around, dealing X%. When fully upgraded, increases by 90%. Area damage to up to 8 nearby enemies, inflicting X stacks, poison and slow. When fully upgraded, the cost is minus 100. So I'm going to refer you to Fastidious' video, and I'm going to put a link down in the description below so you can go and watch that. You should watch it. It's a good video. He does a really good job explaining it with Destined. But that is going to be another guaranteed 250 summons banner. And I think that it seems like with Queen of Roses, the rose and everything like that, and it's another female character, kind of reminds you of Lust. There's going to be a lot of events going on around it. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Mother's Day. Mother's Day is May 12th, as many of you know. But as you know, with like Watcher Realms, a lot of their events that they do run a little later than the actual holiday that's going on. So yeah, go check out Fastidious' video on this. Like I said, link is down in the description below. And something else I want to cover that I usually do is if you're looking for a good resource to figure out how to gear your heroes, tier lists that are easy to access, or gear build-outs, artifacts. If you're curious, like say, how does the Watchguard's disguise scale as you enhance it? Well, if we go to promote, you can see it goes from 10% to 11%. On my Discord, I have all this information from rank 1 to rank 5 and how it maxes out for and I also have like tier lists. I also have, I'm entering some stage guides in there. I'm working on the exclusive artifacts page, but the standard artifacts pages are completed. I had added a lot of quick links. Let me see if I can't get it up quick. Okay, so we have the Total members, YouTube members on here. We have the general lobby, the guild lobby. I also have included in here is attack speed breakpoints. So let's say if you got like your Silas, how much attack speed it's going to take to get him down to 1 attack interval. Right here it says 334, so just give him 334 attack on top of his base, and you'll get to that 1.0 attack interval. And it starts off here with the hero list. You go to the top of the page, you're going to pick your faction. So let's say we're looking for, I don't know, Zilla2. Go here, go to Infernal Blast. As you can see, some of these aren't finished. I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress. I'm kind of cranking away as much as I can. I'm getting like 4 hours of sleep every night. Go to Zilla2, and it's going to take you over to one of these other pages here, channels, and it's going to have on here what faction she is. She's not Infernal Aurora. I'm going to have to fix that. Overall rank, S+. Here's all her individual stage tier ratings. And I have the suggested gear sets. So Infernal Roar is going to be late game set, followed by Aegis Wrath, Soulbound Arcana. Mid game is going to be the Doom, the Wisdom, Night Terror, and that's, you know, greater than. So based on how good they are, I'll place them as the best I can to the best of my knowledge. I'm also going to tell you the main stats that you should have on them and the substats as well. And the same thing for the left side here. If you're on your phone and you can't mouse over like this, you can just click on it. It'll bring it up, a little emoji. I also put on here the suggested artifacts to use for those heroes. For this case, it's going to be Wailing Skull, of course, at Zilla2. And then I always have like a little Prospector's tips, which I'm going to be changing that to all say Prospector's Dig, just for, you know, relevance. But I will say a little thing, or a few things about each hero and where you should place each one of them and how to use them. Maybe there's some special niche use case you can use them for. Besides that, I have, here's the artifacts list. You go to the left side underneath the artifacts. You know, marksman, fighter, defender, healer, mage, exclusives. So you can return to list, which will bring you to the top. Say you want to find, let's say, Angel's Gaze. Go down to it, and I have my tier rating for it, S. I even put a reason on it for it. I have the max stats. When you fully max out that artifact, how high the stats are going to be for attack and HP. I have the mithril if it's going to be required to get it to max level. And here is the effect that it has. It's separated by, and it'll have the variables in A or B or C if it has a third variable. And then each variable I show at each level how much that increases until it gets to max. I am in the works eventually. It's going to take me some time of setting up a stage guide, particularly for the Immortal Codex. So you'll see I have like the boss attributes, boss passive skills, map guide, top heroes, tier breakpoints, and my tips, or any kind of like offset tips. And I have the map on here where you can place your heroes. You can see green shows the platform, blue shows the boss's hitbox, and red shows the ground units where you can place them ahead of time. And eventually I'm going to have the shop guides in here, which isn't there yet, but it will be there. And that will show you for each Immortal Codex that happens, what items you want to focus on purchasing and save up for. A little sneak peek at the exclusives. We'll go down to Lust. I have Lust here, and it shows a little image for her artifact. And the variables, a lot of them I show on here. The variable is an assumption based on known variables from level 10 to level 13. And then assuming that it keeps climbing the scaling the same way, what it will end up at the max level. I'm going to continue to try to get this information. If you have any of these exclusive artifacts at max level, let me know. Get in contact with me. Even if they're level 3 or 4, I'm happy to see them because I can kind of, you know, do the calculations and figure out a little better what they are at max. But it's the same thing. It shows the effect, shows the mithril needed to max stats. And I also put in there, is this the best in slot? Because sometimes heroes like, I want to say, well, she's a good example. You know, you could be saying you want to use like a Wailing Skull or something. Is this artifact better? It's not always better. Comets exclusive artifact is not better than a Tier of Twilight. So that's why I include this in here. So if you want to know, if you want to invest in that exclusive artifact, I have it right there for you. Well, diggers, that's it for the video, everyone. I hope you find this video informative, helpful. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe, as I plan on doing this every Wednesday or sometimes Tuesday, depending on if there's time. Also, don't forget to join the Discord server for the hero build guides, tier lists, artifact breakdown, and more. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget, keep digging.